I was really just recording behind the camera, and that shit just started going bananas. Like, different motherfuckers calling me. Like, I remember Beanie called me and shit. Like, yo, this Beans. Like,
and that's at the time when he was state prop.
Yeah,
you know what
state prop Beans. Yo, I'm like, who? Like, man, stop playing on my phone, dog. Like, no, this Beans. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got your number from my man, Brandon. Beat Money. Shout out to Famous Nobody Clothing. He got that shit rolling right now. So Brandon hit me back like, yo, that was Beans. I gave him your number. He about to come to my crib. He said, meet him at my crib. So I'm like, bet we in the studio. Mine's like me, Meek, and Frost, and F.A.M.E in the studio. So we like, all right, fuck this studio session. We gonna go meet Beans. We went to like 21st and Clearfield. You know, that's where you see Beans on Headshot 1, where Hattie bombing it, and Beans in the background just going bananas. I mean, he going crazy in the background.
Get my heat do rise, knife on the front, put the heat through guys. Sight sickening, night vision, I can see through guys. You harder than Styles, I got a gun, chic Luke size. I heat you guys, I'm not boxing, I'm too little. The shotty got a body, so I'm copping a new.
Frost bombed it, Meek bombed it. And like,
so that was that Meek first time meeting Beans right there when y'all went, or did he know Beans already?
Beans and Meek kind of knew each other already. You know, they was like from the South Philly, like Meek old heads knew Beans, so they kind of knew each other. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think Meek ever like rapped for him or none of that type shit though. So this is when Beans is just the king of the city right now. He got everything rolling, he got everything moving. This is the brown Bentley Beans. So you know, Beans would call like every couple days, like, yo, come through. I want this person to hear you. Come through. I want this. That's how I met Cousin E and shit. That's how me and E got tight. You know, Beans called me through. Me and Had together. He called me. I'm like, fuck it. I'm alright. I'm gonna spin a block. We met right back on 21st Street. Had us out there for like an hour and a half. Had just going in. Bars. They going crazy. So that was love.
And so now y'all got the Headshot DVDs rolling, everybody on there bombing together, everybody doing their thing. I mean, y'all made a name in the city. Mm-hmm. And at some point, y'all had an issue that happened to turn into like a classic clash of spitters, like the Headshots versus Top Class. Headshot
versus Touch Money versus Top Class. Now, it originally started as Headshot versus Touch Money. Now, how it started was I had like we did a battle, and the last two people in the battle was NH and Still. So they had to go head up for like 3 rounds.
So it was Headshots versus Touch Money battle. So
it was just a headshot battle, and like Young Hot was in it.
So y'all just put the battle together and a bunch of rappers was in it.
It was just a Sick from SFL. You remember Sick from like Bugsy. I think Bad News was in it. Like just a bunch of different niggas was in it. Sicko from SMS. Shout out to SMS too. They rolling right now. They got shit rolling. Strawberry Mansion, Sex Wink, what up? But fucking them two battled, and the battle was so crazy. It was only supposed to be 3 rounds, but nobody could come up with a winner in the 3 rounds. It was for like $1,000 and a human-sized trophy or some shit, and nobody could come up with a winner. So they battled one more round, and this round 8 said that one of his legendary bars, what the fuck was that shit? Is bucking a quarter. That joint, I don't know if you remember that joint. You might have to bring that joint back on this joint, but the bucking a quarter joint. And still motherfuckers was like, who won though? Now mind you, I got my youngin' DJ. This was like, who was doing all my production, who was doing like he just was sitting on the computer and just figuring all the shit out that I couldn't figure out. I mean, like he would, like I would record something and he would go take the shit I recorded and convert it to his computer. I don't know how he was doing it, but he'd convert it to his computer and then bring a disc back around for me. Like, yo, I just converted this shit. I was on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. I just did this. So he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna make the DVD. And that's what we went with. Like, you see DJ Productions at the beginning of all the DVDs and shit. But he called me like inside the cypher, like, yo, H1 that joint, man. And that was my youngin'. So I'm like, that's what you really think? He like, yeah, H1 that joint. So I'm like, all right, man, I'm gonna announce the winner. NH. The fucking crowd went crazy. I mean, you had niggas going for NH, niggas like, fuck that, going for Still. And I just started a big ass argument, man. And they was throwing jabs at each other, and then it turned into a beef.
So the whole
beef started
from that battle, NH and Still.
NH and Still, right? Now with that beef going, this is when Reed was like kind of coming attacking. Reed like bombed on Cheek Raw, bombed on Vodka. This one when Reed was in his 50 Cent bag. When he was just bombing whoever high he was bombing on. And then he bombed on Meek. But that was like the green light that we rolling now. He just came and bombed on us.
So he bombed on Meek basically on NH side. Like
no, this was before it was even sides. He bombed on Meek on some, Meek rolling, Meek got attention, I want it. You know what I'm saying? Meek got some attention, I want, I'm bombing on it. So NH is Still like too sick and them got their beef. And now Meek and Reed got their beef. In the mix of it, Frank and Joey started their beef. That's what the bars, Frank with the grippers going, all you chew is gummy bear. That bar came from, you mean, like, now everybody beefing from all angles.
So, but all they beefs was different things. It didn't have nothing to do with each other.
All they beefs was separate. Now in the mix of it, Top Klass was from out Southwest, Touch Money was from West Philly. But me and Bam used to be out West Philly. We used to be in the hut with Nah. Touch Money Nah, shout out to Nah. And I was a Touch Money CEO and she was putting it together. But we used to be in the music hub. We'd be up there like playing a game or selling CDs or whatever, you know what I mean? The music hub was like the chill spot. So like there we be going back and forth arguing with them and shit about the rappers and all that. So then somehow, and I still don't know how, Touch Money and Top Klass link. And a mix of it, all of us in rare form.
Alright, so for the people that don't know, let's specify the difference. Who was in Touch Money at the time and who was in Top Klass at this time?
Now Touch Money was NH, Caution, Hook Papers, Bricks, Free my nigga Brick and Raw. That was my young nigga, man. That was really one of my young niggas, but he was with Touch Money. But that was my guy. Bricks, Stunt Woods, Young Hot was like kinda with him, but he wasn't with him. Young Hot was doing his own thing, his Chancellor City thing, but he was from West, so you know how that big,
he was affiliated
East
with him.
Coast, West Coast beef was. It was like fuck it. They from North and South Philly, West Philly, and fuck. That's how Scorp the boy got in it.
Kaboom.
Frank with the drippers going, Kaboom, Marley. Like I know I'm forgetting a lot of names, but that was Touch Money. Top Klass had Reed. Frank was with Touch Money. I mean Frank was with Top Klass. Rain Man, Eddie Mars, a couple other guys that was just you know around. And you know, it was just all
so they all linked. So then they all linked together, and then it was them versus yo.
Then it was them versus Headshot. Headshot was deep. That's when them.
Yeah. So who was on Headshots at this time? One more time. That was in the mix of the war.
This was Bloodhounds.
I don't want to say war, but the rap.
Yeah, the rap battle. This was the Bloodhounds. Meek, NH. I think I said NH. Meek, that nigga Lil, Mel Love, Young Pooh, the Go Getters, Joey Jihad, D Jones, Too Sick, Magic Still, Itcho. But then, like, they had niggas, we had niggas like K9 and all that, like, bombing on them too. Like fuck that. We from North. We bombing on West Philly, we bombing on Southwest. And what make it so crazy, we had an artist from out Southwest, Greg G's. Now, mind you, this was Greg G's just coming around in the mix, you know what I'm saying? So, in the mix of him coming in is a beef star with fucking Southwest, right where he from, basically. So, on one DVD, Reed bombing on us, you see Greg G's in the motherfucking background because this is new to him. Like, he like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? So, yeah, damn, that shit was crazy. But yeah, this is in the middle of the war. Like, niggas talking about killing each other, shooting each other, doing that, fucking each other, bitches. But you mean, it was all fun and game, man. It was all love. Good thing ain't nobody get hurt from that situation. But man, that shit is legendary, man. You can take that.
Oh yeah, that's one thing I was gonna ask you, like, because
up on YouTube,
because we know how rap beef is in Philly. At the time, did y'all ever think like, damn, because we going at it with them, we got watch our body moving around, like the shit might get physical and all that?
Niggas was definitely moving different. Niggas was now the guys that was like me, Bam, no, we ain't had no beef. Like, it was just like the rappers that was beefing with each other. You know what I'm saying? And not only the rappers entourage, niggas that was with the rappers, dude. Fuck them niggas. They said this, I'm right at them soon I see him. So niggas had a couple run-ins and all that, but ain't nobody, you know, it wasn't too much damage done to nobody or none of that. But it was all love. And you mean, if this is when YouTube, we didn't even know what YouTube was. A lot of niggas ain't had computers, so they, you know, niggas loading that shit up on YouTube. You gotta go to your cousin's house to see it and all that. Niggas don't know. This nigga seen the DVD, a smart dude over here, he taking it off the DVD, uploading it to YouTube. We knew nothing about YouTube, for real.
Right. So yeah, let's get to the squashing it part, like, because I seen on, I think it was on the YouTube, funny that you say the YouTube or one of the DVDs, where y'all was in Top Class Studio, I think, and this was, it's so long ago, so I might correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Meek was sitting on the couch and a couple people was in a room. Know what I mean? So to speak on that, how that whole went down.
Now the beef was supposed to get squashed, right? Cause it was just like getting too serious between Frank and Joey. It was just getting too serious. So, mind you, Eddie Marsh was my guy. Like, call me, yo, Bob, I'm about to slide up on you. I call him, Eddie, I'm about to slide up on you. So you're like, you know what, man, we're gonna sit everybody down, man. We, you know, it's getting too serious, you mean, and getting too serious for the wrong reasons. So we all met at like the studio at Top Class Studio on 49th Street. That like 49th in Baltimore. We all met there, and it was like Frank, Meek, a couple of Bloodhounds, like Eddie and them, cause it was mainly Frank and Joey supposed to squash their beef. I think they like went in the room, talked it out or whatsoever. But we were supposed to make a record then. But we didn't make the record. Like, we had the beat rolling. I think like 2-3 people laid the verse, but we didn't do the record. Like, some bullshit happened whatsoever. Somebody probably couldn't come up with bars, or somebody just really wasn't feeling you know, reuniting or bringing it, you know, squashing the beat. So we never did it. But then the beef sparked right back up, cause they put out the OG did it, Jim. You remember that DVD? Mm-hmm. OG did it, and from the footage that they got while we was in the studio, they start reading like, look at this nigga, nappy braid, little dirty. I mean, you remember that, John? Well, he was talking about Meek though, like, cause Meek was rapping, like he coming up with bars, and then they like got the camera on him, talking about I'm the real Reed, and that's when it was a Meek Mills and 9 Brigades. They had him like, yeah, I'm the real Meek Mill, all that type shit though. But man, those was the times, man.
One more epic moment in that situation was, I think Reed was on the block rapping, and Meek had came up.
Me, but for now we gon' switch it up. F1 pick it up, M1 drop bodies and pick up trucks. About to jump to 3rd gear, let me switch it up. 4th gear, 5th gear, 6th gear, nigga what?
Cause round here, is niggas dying younger than me. And I'm only 17, just as young as can be. In the struggle, my stomach touching, now who hungry is me? Nigga, I'll bust you for a fucking grub stuck in the streets.
Now, mind you, this all this all Headshot 1. This was all Headshot 1 shit. That was the Read on the Block rapping. That was before we went up Top Class.
Okay, so that was before that.
That was before we went to Squash to Beaver shit. Now, like I said, Eddie used to call me. I'd call Eddie. You mean, where you at? About to slide up on you. Eddie was around. Eddie was like in the hood, but he had like Reed and Raymond with it. So he called me like, yo, Bob, where you at? I'm like, I'm on the block. Like, I'm about to slide up on you and shit. I want you to hear something. So he slid through. He let me hear some music. He's like, yeah, I got Reed and Rain with me. So they hop out the car and shit. I was like, no, I'm gonna go get the camera. I go get the camera. They out there giving bars. Now, if you remember the DVDs or if you've seen some footage on YouTube or whatsoever, the whole I'm gonna take you to the block. The whole fucking block used to be filled up, like both sides of the street, in the street, the other side, like the whole block. So Reed out there giving bars, Rain out there giving bars, fucking Eddie out there giving bar. Next thing you know, fucking Meek pull up. They pull up like 2-3 cars deep. Everybody go crazy. You hear my man Mook in the background talking about, oh my fucking God. That's like that's where we always be been. All you hear him in the background like, oh my fucking God. But they pull up, so they hop out like, what's up, what's up? Now mind you, like Eddie was like kind of like the mediator with all of it, you know what I mean? Cause he used to talk to both parties or whatsoever. So he pulled me to the side, like when he pulled up, like, man, you know, I just hollered at Bob about it, man. Let's, you know, let bygones be bygones, and we could do this shit for Philly. So that's when you hear the ciphers, them ciphering and shit going back and forth. Meek still snuck a dissing on that joint, on that cipher though, while they was out there. Mind you, at this time, the cipher getting so crazy. Everybody on the phone calling people. Everybody on the phone calling people. PD Crack slide up. Cicero slide up. Mind you, that was a beef that was going on too. This is when Cicero was fucking with the game and he bombed on the Young Guns. So he came up, you know, and you know they kind of talked about PD and Cicero like, hey sis, come here, man. You my younger man. You cut that shit out, what's up? They kind of squashed it up. I couldn't leave that out, cause that's when PD. I think he bombed on Hov. What was that, Hov or Dang? This was when he was going through his breakup.
He was on that Hov.
Yeah, he was going through his little breakup with the Rock too, so he bombed on them. So that shit was just like legendary, man. And like I said, wasn't none of this planned, none of this was set up. We was just recording. Just had the camera rolling.
Alright, so yeah, so the Red and Meek, when they did the cypher outside, that was before y'all went up to Top Class Studio.
Yeah, that was before we went up to Top Class, John.
So after y'all left Top Class, it was supposed to have been over.
Yeah, it was supposed to be squashed, but you know what it was though? It was the DVDs. This when everybody started doing DVDs. So we were thinking squash, and then the DVD would come out a week later and they bombing. And the DVD come out with all of them, and then fucking From the Muscle drop. Shout out Jeff, he from down From the Muscle drop and shit. And when that dropped, that's when we kind of sparked the beef like right back up, because they was on there bombing. Mind you, I was getting footage too from them. Like I never was biased with the rap shit. Like I never wanted to be biased. I always wanted to be like, fuck it, if they dissing us, they still get on our shit. Because that's how Clue used to do it. That's how, you know, when the Locks was dissing Beans, Clue still put that shit on his shit. So I never wanted to separate it. Like I was already fucking with him. Like, no, we gonna just put it on there. Fuck it. So after that, shout out to Jeff, man, From the Muscle. After that shit dropped, that's when niggas was like, no, fuck that. But it's just, they had that energy that we didn't bring to the table. Like, they didn't mind rapping all together at once. You know what I'm saying? They was in the background hyping each other up. When we did our shit, it was like the Bloodhounds rap, then the Go Getters rap, then Too Sick rap, you know what I'm saying? It was all separate, but they shit was just, they was bombing too, especially Ree was on some shit. Frank was in the background doing the crazy ad-libs, hyping that shit up. That shit was up, but that shit is legendary, man. I love that shit. And they, niggas was bombing, man. Niggas was on some shit.
Word. So yeah, that definitely was a classic thing. Yeah. So what ultimately ended it, or did it just kind of die out after a while?
I think after a while, it just like kind of died. Like you know what? Then Reed and Joey started, kind of beefing, like, you know what I mean? After the Frank shit, like Frank was just kind of beefing with Jones after that, and Reed and Joey, when he called him like Skateboard Reed and all, he was River Area Hat and he was Skateboard Reed. But that kind of started, and then by this time, like, everything is picking up, so the radio picking up. Damn, my mistake. Fucking Reed went on Power 99 and bombed on us. That's when the beef started back up. Reed had a fucking clip for us. It started back up along with the other shit. So probably like 2 weeks after that, 3 weeks after that, Q Deezy called me. Shout out to Q, the Q show. Love everything you doing, Q. But he called me like, damn, I need you to bring the guys up here, man. I'm just hearing so much about them in the streets. Come to the come up and shit. So we went up there. That's when we bombed back and all that. And that shit just was crazy, man. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, that definitely was every moment.
That shit was crazy.
So
I be forgetting the pieces, man, because so much shit happened in the time. But after that, I remember after that, about a couple weeks later, Gilly the Kid reached out to Joey, and Gilly the Kid reached out to Reed, and we kind of had a sit down. And they did the track together. They were supposed to do the Three Kings.
Kings, right.
And they were supposed to do the mixtape or whatsoever. And I think that's what, like, ultimately, like, stopped the beef. Like, fuck it, we got bigger fish to fry and all that. And went from there, man. That's all, man.
Right. So the beef ultimately ended. It lasted a couple DVDs. You dropped a couple DVDs.
A couple DVDs. You know, Headshot 2.5 was like the last joint that. Like, the Headshot 2.5 was like the last joint. It was the beef about Touch Money and Top Class. Cause shit, they don't align. It became beef inside the circle. So
we gonna get to that too.
Yeah, that's weird.
So moving forward, you know what I mean, y'all dropping DVDs, mixtapes. Y'all got the streets on fire and all that. And at some point in time, Meek get booked. You know what I mean? He go to jail.
Yeah, but that was coming up. Yeah, Meek get booked for like, he was in South Philly. He got booked for like holding, like, he had somebody gun on him or some shit, and it was running in the law was the undercovers was running the crib. He get booked or whatsoever. But fucking Meek got booked. His bail was like 180,000 or some shit like that, and we had to pay like 10%, 18,000. Mind you, we running around broke. Like, we just looking good cause it's popping, but we running around broke.